And we welcome you back here. Sorry for some technical difficulties with the audio. I'm Ryan Figert, and I'm coming to you from Calguard Gym, where it'll be Abby Holland on the line as the Tigers look to make it 8 straight wins in the conference. And that one will go down. The Tigers yesterday came out on top 81-30 against the visiting Johnson & Wales Wildcats. Haley Coleman leading in both points and rebounds, 16 points, 7 boards for the first-year center. She remains in the starting lineup. There's a corner three ball, goes up. Offensive rebound for the Tigers in white. Of course, both teams' mascot, the Tigers. As the two front court players look to combine for Trinity, it's a chance on the break for Colorado College. And the foul call as the shot was blocked. It looked like maybe some contact on the hand there. That one's going to go against Julia Ackerman. She'll go to the line for two. Excuse me, looks like that was a 1-and-1. She is unable to convert. And I'll welcome Josh in alongside me here as that shot goes down for the visiting Tigers. Josh, what are you looking forward to about this one?
Oh, thanks, Ryan. Today it's talking with Coach Cameron Hill earlier before the game started, and he was talking about some of the key aspects of the game, and one of the things he mentioned was Colorado College likes to play at a very fast pace, and so what he was hopeful to see out of his team coming into today was just for everybody to keep their defensive composure. And then the second thing he really emphasized was if the Tigers for Trinity could create and take advantage of any mismatches out on the floor, he felt like they could get mismatches at a couple of key positions throughout the day, and he's going to really look to try to take advantage of some of those. So over the next 32 minutes, 38 minutes here, look to see what Trinity does in response to his game plan.
Yeah, and we've already seen Colorado College pushing the ball at a high tempo, trying to get out on the break. Here with just 2 minutes gone. It's good work from the Colorado College player on the far side. Can't quite see the number. The number's in pretty pale yellow on the white shirt. Looked like it was Duplain. Was able to throw it off the leg of Holland and remain in possession. That was Torbett who went up. It was good defending there from Trinity. Oh, that's wasteful as Daniel throws that one into the crowd. Holland applying some real pressure here high up the court. It's going to stay with the Colorado College Tigers. 16 on the shot clock.
So far, Trinity's done a pretty good job. We haven't seen a whole lot of high tempo here out of Colorado College. They've been pretty aggressive offensively, but it hasn't been a lot of transition basketball to this point. Shot clock winding down. They're not going to get this one off. But it's interesting to see if they give credit to Abby Holland on a block or if they call the turnover first. Yeah,
it was really good defense there after Holland had pressed high earlier in the possession and eventually forces the turnover as the shot clock ran out. These two teams met very recently, just on January 11th up in Colorado Springs, and it was the Tigers victorious in that one in a high-scoring affair, as it's going to be an offensive foul against Coleman. That one finished 90-79 up in Colorado. Leading scorers for the Tigers were Abby Holland with 21, Daniel and Coleman adding 11, and 14 off the bench for Rachel Chavez.
The full court press, putting some pressure on Colorado College as that one sailed out of bounds. That's the type of intensity that Trinity's going to need today as Colorado College looking to come back in. having lost last night, try to get back on the winning track, and come in ranked 5th in the conference, 5-4 in conference play, 8-9 overall in the season. As there's the transition, the quick pace that we were alluded to earlier as Meltzer was running down the floor. She'll draw the foul. It'll be possession out of bounds as the first foul on Jordan Rudd for Trinity, just their third personal foul so far today.
Yeah, an interesting note from the previous encounter between these two teams. Only 8 players used for Colorado College in that home game. They had a couple high-scoring performances. It was Jade Odom with 20, Mackenzie Gertz with 16, and Casey Torbett with 13. Only 3 players getting off the bench, just 13 points from the bench. Can't quite see how many players they've chosen to bring with them here today, but really relying on those starters.
Trinity looking a little bit out of sorts. The defense from Colorado College kind of doing the job early on so far, and there's Meltzer up again quickly once again. Able to find any type of control on her layup, and it'll be back transition for Trinity.
Holland unable to hit as the ice cold start continues for the Tiger ladies. 0 for 5 from the floor here. Both their points coming from the free throw line. Here's a chance out on transition. It's going to be laid up and in by Julia Ackerman for the first field goal for the Tigers. Of course, struggle saying the Tigers here. Both teams using that mascot. Usually we'll be referencing the home Trinity Tigers. So that's what we're used to here on Tiger Network. It's another chance for Ackerman. She's got Coleman inside. She's going to spot up from behind the arc, and she's going to hit.
A little bit off glass there from Ackerman. And a bit of a start. 5 minutes in, the Tigers have a 3-point shot. Yesterday went all 40 without hitting one. Talked to Coach Cam about that as well, and he alluded to the fact, he's like, no, Julia Ackerman hit one, but we got called for a 3-second violation. So he's like, technically we hit one, but didn't count. And so the Tigers knocked down a 3 from distance here early on, taking that 3-point lead.
Yeah, I think it's important that they get that early 3-pointer, perhaps get a bit of confidence from behind the arc. Yesterday it looked like they were just heaving it up there without really any belief that it was going to go down. There was a foul on the shot, and that's going to send Duplain to the line.
Couple of line changes here for Trinity. I'll get you the entire shift that they did. Colorado College fans probably a little used to line change action as they play Division I hockey. Historic program up there in Colorado Springs. Quite a few NHL players coming out of that program, and they also play Division I soccer, trying to balance the men's and the women's Division I side out. And then Division III and then the SCAC for the rest of their athletics.
Yeah, it's the same substitution pattern we've seen pretty consistently recently for the Trinity team, using 2 separate units, perhaps just for that continuity and being used to playing together. As a 3 goes up, and it goes down for Vega. Another one banked off the glass as the shot clock was winding down. She looked like she just threw it up, and that time it was kind to her.
Yeah, two made 3-pointers in this game, both coming in off the glass. And after you go 0 for 8 last night, you'll take them any way you can get them. Nice move down low and a fantastic block by Simmons. Colorado College able to get the ball back and put it in. I believe that was Duplain. Julia Moore, 41.
More on the follow-up there. Kept it alive. Looks almost like a completely different Tiger offense now that they're knocking down the 3. Yesterday it was all about trying to find the matchups underneath. It's a double dribble call there.
There's a nice backdoor cut there for Rachel Chavez. And unfortunately for her, she's going to get called for the double dribble, the reigning SCAC Player of the Week. partly due to the fact that she scored 14 points against these Tigers when they were up in Colorado Springs last week. Tigers have made their last 3 field goal attempts, and it's just 1 of 7 for Colorado College.
You know, on that last play, the ball had gone out, and it was head coach for the Colorado College Tigers, Catherine Menendez, who grabbed it, and she'll claim the assist there on that three-pointer from Duplain. Ties this one back up at 10. 3 minutes and change remaining in the first quarter.
Nice ball movement starting with Torbett there on that last possession, and then Trinity with fantastic ball movement there as well. Annie Wise into Kelly Simmons. Nice easy look at the layup.
Yeah, and height is something that, at least in the SCAC, Trinity has a big advantage against most teams. Coleman and Simmons, the 2 first years playing in the front court for Trinity, really bring mismatches wherever they go.
Torbett was a little wild on that shot, giving Trinity possession here. We come to 2:32 left here in the first half, and it's been a fast-paced game. Haven't seen a whole lot of slowdown, either timeouts, possessions out of bounds, or any free throw attempts. I know we've had a couple, but quick pace to this one so far here in the first quarter. Now I've said that, expect to settle right in and have this one take a while.
Yeah, and it's interesting the differences in the substitution patterns between the 2 teams as Vega's able to continue her hot start. The Colorado College team really opting to use very few substitutions despite this fast pace at which they play. And the Trinity team opting to use pretty much 2 or 3 different units every game to keep that intensity high. So you have to figure these Colorado College ladies are in excellent shape as that layup just won't fall.
Yeah, tough job there from Annie Wise. What you really need to do is probably shoot that left-handed, and it's so hard for a lot of players to just get comfortable with that offhand. Nice little second chance effort there for Gertz. She can't get it to fall. Fortunately for her, she's got Julia Moore stepping up and knocking it down. Back and forth contest here. 2-point game now. About where we thought this one might be. It was an 11-point game up in Colorado Springs. That'll be possession with Trinity. 90-79, I believe, was the final back a week and a day ago. And you know, for Trinity, a huge win that keeps them tied for first place. I think it was that Friday night that Southwestern defeated Austin College that drew Trinity into the first place tie. Trinity, of course, having lost Austin College in the first matchup of the season up in Sherman. They'll get a chance to play them again. Maybe take sole possession of first place for that game. And so Tigers, even though they look to be set for the SCAC tournament, looking for that first round bye. Pretty important game right here. And then for Colorado College, looks like they're probably going to make the tournament, but this one, I think, if they can pull off the win here, then they could be looking at possibility of getting a higher seed and maybe having a better opponent in that first round matchup.
The Tigers really looking for that 3 ball. Some newfound confidence from behind the arc after the 2 makes in comparison to 0 yesterday. 20 seconds remain here in the first quarter. 7 on the shot clock. We'll have to go quickly here. It's Odom who has her shot rejected, a chance in transition, and it's going to be a foul. It was Annie Wise that went up, and she'll be headed to the line. 9.3 remaining as the shot clock's turned off at the end of the first quarter here.
Yeah, a bit of a hard foul. Didn't look to be malicious, but both players going down pretty heavily. Glad to see both of them get up. Wise first trip to the line today. Looking to pad the lead here first quarter. Tigers struggled yesterday in the first quarter as well, got off to a slow start before they opened it up. Won by 51.
Yeah, just a 5-point margin at the end of the first yesterday. They really let Johnson and Wales stick around for a bit longer than they would have expected before, like you said, opening up that large lead. As Annie Wise has been unable to hit from the line. 0 for 4 here in the first quarter. Looks like it's going to be a foul against Simmons as she went up to try and get the rebound.
Yeah, I think Simmons is actually going to get the call there. The foul's going to go against Colorado College. Coach Menendez was pretty shocked by the call, but it impeded Simmons' ability to move right there. And unfortunate foul against Colorado College, but I think the right call.
Simmons able to do the Tigers have struggled at here early on, shooting 3 for 7 from the line, including that last one.
And the struggles continue now, 3 of 8. As time looks to tick off, and that'll be an inbounds attempt. Are they going to put any time back on? No. They're going to say that's the end of the first quarter. So, like you said, 5-point lead yesterday. I believe it was 15-10, and then today 15-12. So the slow start for Trinity continues once again. We'll see what comes out of the second quarter when we return here in just a few moments here on the Tiger Network.
Welcome you back here for the second quarter of action between the Tigers of Trinity University and the Tigers of Colorado College. Score stands at 15-12 to the first quarter contest. Coleman back in the game. And the call is going to go against the home team in the black uniforms. Coleman, who led scoring for the Tigers in their big win yesterday, yet to hit so far today, as Colorado College goes quickly, perhaps looks for something, the three-point variety. And the shot eventually does go up off the front rim. It was Torbett unable to hit, and second chance opportunity also won't fall. Tigers look to push here through Rudd. Ball comes in to Abby Holland. She gets a good look, and she doesn't miss those very often. As Tigers now 17-14 lead. 17-12, excuse me. Abby Holland there caught trying to steal the pass. Tigers of Colorado College will slow it down and allow her to get back in shape. It's good defensive work there from Trinity as they collapse on the ball and come away with the steal through Julia Ackerman. Ackerman leads all scorers here with 5. It's good ball movement that finds Abby Holland underneath. And she'll take that points lead now. Those are her 6th points. And here she is in transition once again. Got the steal, and she'll get the 2 points. And the Tigers look to be turning it on. The press really paying dividends here. This is exactly what we saw yesterday, Josh. When the Tigers came out in the second half, the starting unit looked motivated, they looked ready, and they got quite a few steals and points off of those turnovers.
Yeah, it's deja vu against another Colorado team, and did it to Johnson and Wales, and they've got the hot start here early on. And if you're Colorado College, I know she was looking up at the scoreboard after Holland had made that steal, but see if Trinity knocks down another bucket here, if you got to take a timeout or not. Ackerman for three. Can't get that to fall, but it's right place, right time again for the Tigers, for Trinity, as they get the offensive board.
Daniel looks like she needs to adjust the sights as that one goes far and a bit wide. She's playing some good defense here on the far side against Torbett. Here is Torbett driving. She does eventually get a relatively easy layup. It looked like there was a bit of a miscommunication there, passing the defender, or excuse me, the attacker on to the next defender. It's a good move from Abby Holland. Unable to finish after the spin. And it's breathless stuff here, as Colorado College just really likes to push out in transition every time they get the opportunity. It's going to be a foul over the back of Coleman.
Looks like it's going to be called on Duplain. And it's a really nice up-tempo game. And even if you're not following through with made shots, it's just a nice feel to the pace of play.
Rudd picks up her dribble. Here's Ackerman. Rudd with some space. She's going to put the three up. This comes off the front rim. And the Colorado College Tigers will push the ball forward once again.
Yeah, the Tigers had a mismatch down low with Coleman, and I don't think they've been able to take advantage of it. She had position, and they settled for a jumper on the three.
It's a good mid-range look there for Odom. Odom came away with 20 points in the last encounter between these two teams. Had a bit of a slow start, 1 for 5 from the floor for 2 points. Rudd there passes up the open look off the screen from Daniel, who feeds Abby Holland really well, and she gets into double digits. Her 10th points push the lead to 9.
Yeah, it was fantastic vision there from Emily Daniel. The nice pass floated in where only Holland could reach it.
Holland there contests the three-pointer that went up from Gertz. And it's good work. Turning defense into offense. It's going to force Coach Menendez to take a timeout as the Tigers have extended their lead into double digits. 25-14 will be right back after this timeout.
And welcome back. 25-14 Trinity. Texas School shooting 10 of 22 for 29%, 2 of 7 from downtown, and just 3 of 8 from the line. But it has been a intense high court pressure defense, full court pressure defense, I should say, that has sparked Trinity to the 11-point advantage here early on. See if Colorado College has a response here in the next 3.5 to 5 minutes. I would imagine that Trinity will probably go to their bench fairly soon on that second line.
Tigers got a couple looks there after it was Rudd who had gotten a steal and gone in transition. Unable to hit either one, and a foul. Third foul on Rudd, so we'll see if she's going to come to the bench.
So Sam Henry will check in for her. So that's part of that second unit. Coach Cam's been pretty consistent about at the 5-minute mark. The next time out after that, getting the the next group going. So see if it stays that way. Torben's got it far side. Colorado College with some great ball movement. They get called for the travel there before Meltzer's able to knock down a three. They really move the ball nice and get everybody involved. We've got the Spurs here in San Antonio, who probably maybe the most well-known team for their ball movement in the NBA. And Colorado College coming into San Antonio with great ball movement of their own.
Here's Coleman underneath, looking to get on the board for the first time. That's a great post move that allows her to do so. A left-handed layup extends the Trinity lead to 13.
The one thing I will say is Trinity's done a great job, even though Colorado College is getting a lot of great ball movement. They've really forced all of that ball movement to be on the perimeter, not allowing the inside-out game. And that's keeping, I mean, from a defensive standpoint, it's a lot easier to just slide over and have to defend as opposed to having to go in and out.
Yeah, and with Colorado College shooting just 17% from behind the arc, forcing them to take those outside shots, it's proven a pretty effective defensive strategy, at least up to this point.
Left it short, last touch by Coleman. Back to Colorado.
It's like the Trinity Tigers going to stray away from that line change style substitution. It's just Kelly Simmons by herself ready to check in after Henry came in about a minute ago. Abby Holland checks out with 10 points. Gets a much-deserved rest.
Holland, the team leader in points, rebounds, and assists, 10, 4, and 2. Nice little stop move there by Odom. She torched Tigers in the first meeting. 6 points now here, team high. Also has 5 boards.
It's going to be another three put up from Ackerman. Unable to hit that time. It was a really deep look. That was her first miss on the day.
Yeah, Ackerman's been struggling here in 2018-2019 with her three-point shot, but I still say it's one of the smoothest looking shots that I've seen at the college level.
Yeah.
Probably at least in the last 15, 20 years. It is a very nice open jumper that she has, very mechanically sound, very smooth.
Yeah, even when it's not falling, it's aesthetic, it's good to watch.
As assistant coach Joe Shotland said, when she shoots it, it looks like it's going in off her fingertips every single time.
It's just been converting that into points. That's been the struggle at times this season.
Odom with another board, up to 7 now. Nearly got a double-double here in the first half.
She's unable to hit there from the free throw line, but she looks like a real athlete underneath, giving Coleman a run for her money in a way that not many have throughout the season. She's one of the taller players listed on the roster, but she's also a ball handler and a scorer as well.
Get the offensive board and put it back in. Nice job by Gertz. It's her first basket of the game, and snaps a 0 for 6 shooting start for her.
Colorado College has crept back into this one. Now the lead at just 7. See if the Tigers of Trinity can respond. It's a great pass. Ackerman finding Coleman underneath. And they do just that, pushing the lead back out to 9.
Try not to get too excited by that pass, but that was pretty. We'll have to see if we get a replay of that one a little bit later on.
Simmons does well to draw the foul there. There was really nothing else that was going to come out of that besides a turnover. Foul goes against Meltzer.
Chavez and Wise checking back in for Trinity. And Kadich in for Colorado.
That completes the second unit now on the floor for the home team.
Nice turnaround jumper right there in the middle of the lane for Simmons. She's got 5.
Yeah, it really looked like she knew where the basket was there. It's the pump fake and then the spin around as the charge is going to be drawn by her as well. It's been an active start in this first half for Kelly Simmons, the first year.
Odom pleading the case that Simmons was in the restricted area. And not going to get her appeal heard. Sam Henry brings it forward for Trinity. Up 11 with a minute to go here in the half.
And the and one opportunity now for Sam Henry as the finger roll just barely got over that front rim. And the contact means that she'll get a chance to add to it from the line.
Part of a 6-0 run now for Trinity in the last 107. Not quite the same second quarter that Trinity had yesterday, but they did turn it around and use that high-intensity full-court press to turn the story here early in the second quarter, and kind of just rolled with it since then. Now 14-point lead.
Foul whistled against Vega, and Colorado College will inbound from around the midway line. Odom spots it up from behind the arc, nowhere near, and the Tigers will push this one, maybe looking for a 2-for-1 opportunity. And they do with the shot coming in from Vega. Looked like it was maybe rushed as it will go over the baseline, and the Tigers will have it with the shot clock turned off.
Yeah, for Colorado College right now, I'd say don't worry about the actual score of the game. Look to get a good offensive possession here and get some points heading back in the locker room, because it's been a while since they were on the scoreboard.
They'll get a chance here to look at their half-court offense of 20 seconds, see what they can draw up from underneath the basket. Instead, they'll go quickly through Odom. 2 points go up on the board.
Fantastic awareness right there. You had Odom wide open. Defensive miscommunication by Trinity.
Clock winding down. 5 seconds now remain. See what the Tigers can get with the last shot. It's Simmons. And the tip won't go, but the home team will take a 12-point lead. They're shooting 14 of 33 for 42% from the floor. The visiting Colorado College, 22 points on 10 for 33 from the floor, shooting 30%. 27 rebounds for the visitors as opposed to 18 for the home team, including 12 offensive, so that may be something that the Trinity Tigers look to improve on at the break. They do take that 12-point lead, and we will take the break with them. We'll be right back with you for the second half of action.
And welcome back here to Calgary Gymnasium as we've got just a minute left in the halftime entertainment here on the court. Teams back out there warming up. 34-22 lead for the Trinity Tigers. Take a quick look at the SCAC standings coming into today as Trinity currently tied atop of the table there, 6-1 in conference play, along with Austin College. Both teams 13-3 overall, and Texas Lutheran Southwestern looking for the 3 and 4 spots. Colorado College coming in 5-4 in conference play. Another couple of wins, and they could probably lock up a spot in the tournament. And currently holding on to the 5 seed. Southwestern currently 23-9 over Dallas, and that's in men's play. Pardon me there. It was Southwestern 65, Dallas 22 in the women's play earlier today. Schreiner defeating Johnson and Wales 61-50. Those are the only 2 games in action today, as teams are just about ready for the start of the second half. It'll be Colorado College ball. And Ryan, your thoughts on the first half?
Yeah, the first half we saw pretty much what the coaches were telling us to expect. We saw Colorado College pushing the envelope, getting out quickly in transition. Sometimes it results in the points, and sometimes it didn't. But the Tigers, I think they could have used the inside game a bit more. They have the size advantage for the most part with Coleman, and when Simmons came in, she did really well. So as Daniel pulls up and is unable to hit there from just inside the free throw line, I think the Tigers will be happy with their first half play. I think there's some areas, including on the boards, that they could improve. They, allowed quite a few offensive rebounds, 12 for Colorado College. So there are areas to improve, but it was a good half as Coleman gets her own rebound there and gets the second chance points.
Yeah, the second rebound points, or second chance points off the rebounds, they're pretty key for the Tigers, but more so for Colorado College, as they're able to knock that one down beforehand. 27 rebounds in that first half for Colorado College, and 12 of them on the offensive side.
Ackerman's shot is a little bit long there. She found herself in some space around the baseline. It's a good steal from Abby Holland. She has Ackerman with her. The give and go, and Holland finishes at the rim. It's good ball movement from the Trinity ladies. Abby Holland leading all scorers with 12 points.
Another defensive effort there from Trinity, as Holland just swatted that one up towards the rim, trying to get back. The ball was going out of bounds before Ackerman had saved it.
I'll be interested to see if they even score that as a shot attempt from Abby Holland.
Yeah, it looks like they're just going to give it a turnover by Julia Ackerman. Probably the right call. Although, depending on how she handled that initial pass, all she was trying to do was save it as well.
An area for Colorado College, they've been good as the offensive rebounds. An area where they really need to improve is in the turnover department. After that last possession, they now find themselves with 16 as opposed to the home team with just 7.
Yeah, a lot of that, though, has been Trinity. 8 steals so far, so it's only 8 unforced turnovers by Colorado College. So not necessarily doing a bad job. I think it's just been a lot of that tenacious D that Coach Cameron Hill was hoping to get out of the Tigers. And so far, so good for Trinity. Abby Holland hunts down a pair. 14 points and 5 rebounds on the day for Colorado College. Odom with 8 and 7.
Yeah, it's good to see the Tigers come out and hit a couple from the line. They struggled in that department in the first half, just going 4 for 9. As Odom looked for the backdoor bounce pass, came off the leg of a defender. So it'll stay with the team wearing white.
Largest lead of the day right now for Trinity. Blocking foul called. If they call it on Rudd, that's 4. They do. So I'd expect to see a substitution come in pretty quickly here. Although, yeah, so Sam Henry comes over but does not check in immediately, and so now she'll check in for Rudd and the foul on Abby Holland. So a couple of quick ones here for Trinity early on. For Holland, just her second. Duplain knocks down the first. Pair for Colorado College brings the lead back to 14.
Sam Henry really not a bad option to bring off your bench at the guard position. She's really one of the better ball handlers that I've seen in women's basketball at this level. Really doesn't give it away very often and is able to beat defenders a lot of times with ease to find passes. As Abby Holland continues her excellent showing, now up to 16. That one was poked away from Odom, so it'll stay with Colorado College. Home crowd not happy with the referee as he makes the signal for a tip. Inbounds pass comes into Torbett. Surveys her options. Here's Odom now. Good entry pass into the lane, and it's a good finish from Duplain. Really everything good for Colorado College is going through Odom at this point.
To be expected. The last time Susie was played, she had 20. Try to run the offense to her. Holland gets it. She's fouled on the floor.
That was a good cut between two defenders. One of those, though, able to track her run. The initial signal was a jump ball, as neither team came away with it definitively. And the possession arrow is with the home side. Looked like one of the referees perhaps thought it was a foul, but it will be an inbounds pass from the jump ball.
Holland takes it all the way to the hole. She's got 18. She had 21 in her game last week against Colorado College. So right about that same spot already here, just a few minutes into the second half. Colorado College with a quick strike. Gertz knocking the last one down. She's got 4 points. Ackerman will pull for 3, can't get it to fall. Of Sam Henry.
It's unfortunate, as Sam Henry, certainly not one of the taller players out on the court, was able to actually get a tip on that rebound. Eventually it came off of her. And the quick 3 out of the inbounds pass is no good. Chance here for the Tigers to go quickly. Henry throws it away a bit too far in front of Ackerman.
It's a good job pushing the ball up the court, and just thought that maybe Ackerman would float down into the corner more than she did.
Tigers showed press, but continued to back off. They look to get a trap here, though, with Holland. An open 3 won't fall for the visitors. That was a really good look there for number 0, Meltzer. Backdoor cut for Emily Daniel, and she's able to put it up and in.
Emily Daniel finally on the board today, her first points of the afternoon. She had 11 the last time these two teams met, but she started off shooting 0 for 5 here in the first half. Second violation is going to be called. And substitutions coming now for Trinity. Miranda Vega in for Emily Daniel. The starters of Ackerman and Holland. And Haley Coleman, who's main for Trinity as we are 5.5 into the third quarter. Trying to force that pass in there, a little uncharacteristic. Don't know if you're going to be able to thread the needle through 3 defenders. And a foul on Trinity against Sam Henry.
Foul number 14, Sam Henry. That's her first. Team foul number 3.
Coleman swats that one down and going the opposite way for Trinity is Sam Henry. She's going to draw the foul. And that should be on Gertz. Gertz, her second.
That's team foul number 3. And it will be 2 shots for Sam.
A good home crowd here for the Tiger women, as they've been pretty much favorites in every game at CalGuard Gym, and the crowd expects a performance like they've seen. They'll also have an opportunity to get a look at the Tiger men as they try to bounce back from a heartbreaking loss about 30 minutes after this one concludes. We'll have that one here on Tiger Network as well, as it's the same matchup just on the men's side.
Sam Henry, 2 for the Tigers.
Get a good look at Jacques Black in that men's game. Statistical leaders in the entire conference for Colorado College. Had a big game last year against the Tigers. So yeah, Coach Cunningham's crew has an answer for him, and no answer from the Tiger defense right there for Trinity, as Duplain was able to go uncontested up to the lane, drop in a nice little layup. Lead 16 again.
Duplain quietly found herself now with double-digit points. Since those 2 early threes went in, it's been 8 straight misses from behind the arc for the Tigers. Neither team shooting the 3-ball well in this one. Combined 3 for 20. Get 3 for 21. It's a chance for Holland to push the ball in transition. Looked like she may have traveled, and that one's just going to hang up on the rim. It was a good move if the referee didn't blow his whistle.
Simmons, right place, right time, taking the steal away.
Just on the
Meltzer
court.
just had nowhere else to go with it. She got trapped in that corner of the defense by Holland. She threw it between her legs, but right to Simmons, who gets the foul, and she'll go to the line. She's 1 of 2 today.
See if she can continue the good free throw shooting in the second half for the home team. Very friendly bounce there as it eventually found its way through the hoop. The Tigers continue their perfect start, shooting free throws on this end of the court.
Tigers lead now 18 again. Second time they've had it up to 18.
It's going to be an and one opportunity. It was Gertz who went under and up, and on that way back up, she was fouled. The shot was able to fall. She can cut the Trinity lead from 16 to 15. She can hit from the line here. Rims out, and the home team will take it away here through Chavez. Simmons spots up from deep. Not far away, but it comes off the left side of the rim. And a chance in transition for the visitors.
Yeah, Trinity's been trying to get Simmons looked at that 3 last couple of games. And she's rimmed it out a few times. Nice job there from Torbett. knocking down the mid-range jumper. Lead all the way back down to 14. Now, if Colorado College can put together a little bit of a run here the last 2 minutes, third quarter, take some of the momentum to the fourth quarter, might have more of a hotly contested game, similar to what we had back up in Colorado Springs, where it's just an 11-point matchup. Foul is going to be called on Meltzer. She's down on the floor.
Certainly hope that she is okay to continue. Looked like just a really rough tangle there. It was Henry that went up for the layup. Training staff on hand.
I can't tell if they're looking at the lower body or if it's the knee or the ankle. Like it could have been maybe. It's a hard fall nonetheless. So 1:55 left here in the third. Let's take a quick break and be back in just a second.
That is a basketball injury to get.
Welcome back as the crowd looking on hand as Meltzer coming to her feet now. Jordan Meltzer, the junior guard from Burbank, California. Still hobbling off that ankle. You can see it on the replay there just moments ago where it looked like she landed on top of the foot of Vega. And round of applause as she's helped off the floor. Hopefully she's able to put weight back on that soon. Saw a couple of injuries earlier this year that I thought were pretty unfortunate, and players were able to come back in a few minutes later after being helped off the floor. So can hope for the best there as well for Meltzer.
And in that timeout, we saw some good leadership from senior guard Casey Torbett for the visiting team. She was really trying to get her teammates fired up, kept repeating that, we can be better, we can do better. And so perhaps she's looking to spark something in the team and get a little bit of a comeback heading into the fourth quarter.
Katie Beth Jones checking in for Meltzer, shooting the free throws. I'll have to double check the rule, but that might be end of the road for Jordan Meltzer. I think that if you can't shoot your free throws and you're subbed out, I think you are ruled out for the game at that point.
Yeah, it looked like she was struggling to put weight on that ankle either way.
We'll check, but Trinity turning it over, and possession back to Colorado College. So minute 39 here left third quarter. A little bit of a run for Colorado as Trinity's 0 for their last 4. No field goals in the last 3 minutes, 25 seconds. Colorado's taking the lead from 18 down to 14. They've had a couple of other opportunities. Can't convert shots at the line. They could have made their last 3 free throws. They had this one within 11 and going to the line to make it within single digits, but they are 3 of 9 overall from the charity stripe. They're going to need to have more production as we close out this one if they expect to crawl back in.
Yeah, and I think crawl would be an appropriate term. It's similar potentially to what we saw yesterday on the men's side. If Tiger fans were tuned in for that one, of course the men had broken out to a 20-point lead, and it just seemed like they just let it slip slowly over the course of the second half. So the Tiger ladies need to take notes from that performance yesterday and make sure to slam the door shut as opposed to leaving it a bit cracked.
They make 1 of 2, which will improve their percentage on the day. Vega running from the top of the key. Pretty intense defense coming from Colorado. So even if they're not able to knock down shots, the intensity level is still at a pretty high pace. Henry launches a three, can't get it to fall. Gertz with the board. A three makes it a 10-point game. Back to the line will go Colorado College. That was going to be on Simmons. So 2 now for Simmons. Tigers, 1 of their last 7 offensively, haven't scored in 2 minutes and 12 seconds. And the lead now 12. Colorado College only able to make it a 7-0 run here in the last 2 minutes. Had a chance to make it a lot higher.
Yeah, still shooting under 50% from the line, despite those 2 makes from Katie Beth Jones.
Simmons drives the lane. She'll get fouled. She'll go to the line, shoot 2. Foul on Moore. So a look to end the scoring drought here.
2 shots for Kelly Simmons.
It's been 2.5 minutes since Tigers got to 50. For the time being, they're still there. Simmons misses a pair. Colorado College on the run, trying to knock it down to single digits. Nice pass inside to Moore. She can't go up with it enough, and that's going to draw a jump ball as Annie Wise gets in and ties up Moore, and that'll be possession back to Trinity. So shot clock will be off here. Trinity could take the last shot if they choose. It looks like that's what, well, as soon as I say that, Vega with an open look at 3, and it's going to be hard to pass that up, and she knocks it down. And a huge shot for Trinity. This clock now winding down. Duplain launches the 3. She got all the way to the 3-point line before she was able to force it up to beat the buzzer. Can't get it to fall. And the 3 by Vega pushes the lead back to 14. And we'll be back with the Tigers up 53-39 when we return. Welcome back as we are just about ready to begin the 4th quarter. Saw the stats there. The rebound advantage to Colorado College, 40-27, but it's 11 steals to 3 for Trinity, and those 11 steals helping Trinity to a 23-8 advantage on points off turnovers. And that has been pretty much the story of the day, that 15-point difference. Kind of coinciding with the 14-point lead that Trinity has. Pretty full crowd here. Student section kind of thinning out during that break. I think everybody going to get some food before the men's game starts here in a few minutes. We still have 10 minutes of high quality basketball left in this one between Trinity and Colorado College.
And in the 3rd quarter, the margin between the 2 teams was the smallest it's been, just the 2 points separating them if you look just at that third quarter. So Trinity needs to be careful. Looks like Colorado College is kind of growing into this game. As it's an and one opportunity for Daniel, who was able to just throw it up despite the contact. This could be a big three-point play for the home team.
Emily Daniel now 2 of 8 shooting, 4 points. A lot of times that you get a shot like that that probably shouldn't fall, that does end up falling. And give you a look at it there. Yeah, she's also able to knock down the free throw. So now 5 points for Daniel.
Yeah, and Odom's checked back in for Colorado College. One of their main offensive threats. Today, though, it's been Duplain with 10. And since Odom's come out, she's actually lost the lead in rebounds to Gertz, who now has 10.
Odom with 8 and 7 so far today, so not terribly far behind the rest of her team. Didn't play a pretty decent chunk there of that third quarter. McEnany trying to find Coleman and lofts it a little too far out of bounds. So 17-point lead here for Trinity as they're in the full court press. Daniel able to deflect. That's going to be interesting. We're going to say Colorado ball.
Yeah, Emily Daniel had no time for that pass, just swatted up into the air. Unable to come away with it, though.
Turnaround jumper for Moore. She's got 6.
Just gave her a bit too much space there as when she turned, I think both defenders expected her to look for a pass. Not afraid to take it herself.
Nice footwork from Coleman. Unable to get the layup to fall, but covered a lot of the paint with proper technique right there. Odom, little jump step, knocks it down. She's got 10. Ties Duplain for the team high. Jordan Rudd checks back in now. Still got those 4 fouls. You mentioned it earlier, Trinity uses a second unit and has players play a lot of minutes. So I think even if you were to lose players from the starting lineup, your bench has so much experience as Emily Daniel. Now up to 7 points. She's knocked down her last 3 field goal attempts. That one out of bounds. Possession to Trinity.
Yeah, and Jordan Rudd out there 1 away from fouling out, but with the clock, winding down here in the fourth quarter, might as well give her minutes if you do feel like it appears the coaching staff here does that she's your best point guard. As Coleman does a really nice post move to get open and get the layup there. That'll push her into double digits for the second game in a row. First year has really proven a real contributor on offense both now and in the years to come.
And that's 5 on Jordan Rudd. As Odom draws foul outside the perimeter.
Foul number 23, Jordan Rudd. That is her fifth personal.
And just as we said that, the 5th foul goes against Jordan Rudd. I think she's unlucky there to foul out with 7 minutes to go. Good gesture to go over and shake the coach's hand for Colorado before departing from the game. Sam Henry just onto the court, loses her footing, which allowed Torvik to get open from the middle of the lane. Was unable to hit, though.
Coleman pulls down that board. She's now got 7. And a 3-pointer for Emily Daniel. Emily Daniel now with 10 points.
Really out of nothing, she's really heated up here in this fourth quarter.
She's made 4 of her last 5 shots. And up off the glass there was Jones, I believe. She's got 4 points.
Yeah, momentarily there, the Tigers had the lead out at 20. That is the largest lead of the night for the home side.
stolen in transition by Colorado. You got to look at the replay for Emily Daniel. And that one deflected out by Abby Holland. Jackie Lang will check in.
Yeah, first time we've seen Lang today. She played a decent amount of minutes last night. She has a job to do here to see this one out with 6 minutes remaining. Daniel there intercepts the pass. Henry running ahead of the pack, but was probably blocked from Daniel's view. She has the ball again. She is the hot hand for the offense. Holland's been good, and her 20th points fall there on the reverse layup. Shooting a really impressive 8 for 14 from the floor here.
Interesting no call there. This collision between Torbett and Coleman, which resulted in nothing. That probably could have been a travel right there. She jump stepped, misses the shot. And now eventually a foul called on Torbett. Five minutes left to go in this one. Seemingly decided. Colorado with Striegel and Jones checking in for Moore and Torbett. Abby Holland now with 22. Odom, jumper, pulls up in the middle of the lane, knocks it off the glass. She's got 12. Holland cutting through, gets fouled. And she'll go to the line. She's 4 of 4 today. Foul called on Jones. And the first miss at the line for Holland. She's stuck at 23 now.
23 matches her season high. She'll be looking to set a new standard here with 4.5 remaining.
Combination of Lang and Coleman contributing to that block. Guesses I'll give it to Coleman, but Lang with great help side D. Trinity pushes forward, kicked. Trinity ball. As Rachel Chavez and Amy Gilliott check in. Amy Gilliott's the first year from Southlake. Rachel Chavez, the senior from El Paso.
Yeah, and looks like Holland won't get that opportunity to break her season high. She matches it with 23 in this one. She's just happy to be contributing for the team. I know that. Really a leader, both on and off the court for the Tiger women.
Sneaking in there as well for Trinity was Brittany Goodwin. So the first year from Rockport. Part of that triple substitution. As she'll get the block right there as that one goes out of bounds. It'll maintain possession with Colorado.
Yeah, it's good to see over the course of this 2-game weekend that once the margin of victory was pretty much established, a couple of the younger players for the Tigers getting to see some minutes on the home floor.
Taking it away was Jackie Lang. And call the whole situation a jump ball situation. So possession will go back to Colorado as Trinity takes it this time. Jackie Lang, widely considered to be the funniest teammate for Trinity. A couple of the Player of the Week interviews as Annie Gilliott knocks down her first bucket. Jackie Lang consistently mentioned as funniest teammate by those who have taken Player of the Week honors and been interviewed by the SCAC. If you haven't seen a lot of those interviews before, be sure to follow SCAC Sports on YouTube and Facebook. Get a good look into some of the student athletes doing well, not only on the court, but also get to see some of the community leaders. I post a video every week with student athletes doing extraordinary things on and off the athletics venue.
And athletically as well, they give a lot of honors and awards for SCAC, all academic team, etc.
Yeah, the one I was thinking, I was trying to remember the name. It escaped me for a moment, but it was the Character and Community Athlete of the Week. Those are fascinating stories of what amazes me is just how much time these student athletes are able to pull out of their day. Kind of gives you a nice reminder every time you see one of those stories that every time you think, oh, you don't have enough time to do something, you look at some of these stories and you're like, they're finding a way to make time, and doing fantastic efforts all over the place. Henry driving baseline, and that is an incredible move from Sam Henry. Drawing the crowd to their feet.
Just another instance we get to see Sam Henry, some really good ball skill and the ability to finish at the rim there as well. Tigers look like they're having fun out there now with 2 minutes remaining. Drawing the crowd into it as well.
Jackie Lane was unable to get it, but Tigers taking advantage of the loose ball. And a nice extra pass from Jackie Lang. Gives it up to the teammates, and Brittany Goodwin with her first points of the afternoon. Timeout on the floor for Colorado College. See the appreciation from the Tiger crowd. Just that extra little pass. Probably could have gone up with a shot herself. She'll take the assist. And 74-47. Minute 50 left to go. Teams come back out of the break.
Yeah, the Tigers are opening up a nice 7-0 run over the last almost 3 minutes, as the Colorado College women have gone 0 for the last 7 in a scoring drought of 3 minutes themselves.
Yeah, look at that hop step there by Henry as well. I'd say that's one thing about Trinity's team, and if you ask a lot of other players, a lot of the other coaches in the league, they kind of mention the same thing. Trinity's just so deep. They've got a good group of starters. One of the reasons why they're one of the top teams in the conference. But then when you go beyond that, you've got 5 to 7 players who put in quality minutes throughout the season. As Odom attacks the basket, he's got 14. Might have gotten away with a little bit of a hack there from Trinity, not called. Their bench can be pretty solid as well. And that's what we've seen the last couple of years. Nice block by Odom.
Yeah, Odom really performing well the last minute or so. She had that terrific individual effort to go down and score, and now she gets the block and draws the foul up the other end.
Coach Cam's teams over the last couple of years, they don't really rebuild, they just reload. A lot of it's reloading from within. A lot of players making their way up as they become upperclassmen. Three-pointer by Kadich, no good, but she grabs her own board and loses the handles to Goodwin.
Under a minute remaining here. The Tigers with a 25-point lead, as that one falls for Jackie Lang after the whistle had gone against her team. not quite reached the heights of yesterday's performance, but has to be said they were up against a much tougher opponent here today. But they'll overall see it as a very successful weekend visit from the two Colorado teams in the SCAC.
Next broadcast for Trinity's women's team will be here on Tuesday, January 29th, as we host Shriner. Tip-off set for 5:30. We get close to shot clock being off. They officially turn it off now. Trinity 9 wins in a row. Their next game will be at Southwestern, and that'll be next. Actually, that'll be this coming Tuesday, as they face Southwestern up in Georgetown, and then on next Saturday they're at Seguin to take on Texas Lutheran. So the rough part of the schedule coming for Trinity as they face the top of the order, Southwestern, and Texas Lutheran coming in at 3 and 4 in the conference, and then Shriner on the 29th. But right after that, you got Austin College on February 1st, and that's a team that's top of the table with Tigers as Rachel Chavez walking off.
Yeah, she'll be replaced with Miranda Vega for the last 17 or so seconds. Looked like Chavez just came down hard on the knee in the previous play.
Gilead unable to connect. Odom dishes out. Gilead will just hold it out, give it to Lang, and that will do it. Final score 74-49. Leaders for Trinity. Abby Holland had 23 points. Haley Coleman had 9 rebounds. Abby Holland had 8 as well. And Julia Ackerman led the way with 4 assists. Haley Coleman and Emily Daniel also contributing 10 points apiece. For Colorado College, it was Jade Odom with 14 points and 9 rebounds. And Mackenzie Gertz contributed 6 points and 10 boards. Casey Torbett, 9 points and 6 assists, also had 5 rebounds as well. So that loss will knock Colorado College to 8 and 10 and 5 and 5 overall in conference play for the Tigers of Trinity. Now 14 and 3, 7 and 1 in SCAC play. They remain tied with Austin College up at the top of the leaderboard. We'll be back in about 30 minutes. You'll need to switch over to the men's link for that one. And for all of the students working here today on Tiger Network, thank you for watching. Been Josh Michigamba, joined by Ryan Figert. Have a great night.